What's up, people? I know ain't nobody in here yet. I will have him coming in here momentarily. In the meantime, just play a little beat. What up, man? I know I'm on a little early. Um, Supposed to start at 10. I'm on early, just trying to get everything set up. So when they come in, hopefully we don't have no good morning, Silver. Hopefully we don't have no technical difficulties, and hopefully, you know, he could give you a little bit of, tools to work with. I mean, he's been in the industry for as long as, damn near, not as long as I've been born, but you know, as long as I've been listening to music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for him to click the link, tap on in, and then we're gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. Matter of fact, do any of y'all know who Jay King is? First off, let me try to set it up a little bit. See, and that's how you know I listen to him, because as soon as I type in as soon as I type in club, it's on there. Yeah, just click the link, Jay. If you're listening to me, click the link and I'll bring you on.
You want your videos to look amazing, right?
Right.
But you know what a lot of people...
You hear me? Do I need headsets, or can you?
I can hear you now.
Do I need a headset? Do I need a headset?
I hear you. Do you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you fine. I
Okay. I just want to make sure we don't have a echo. Let me see. What do I need to? I need to turn something down on mine. Hold on.
Okay, I'm good.
Are you getting the echo?
I'm getting my Can you hear me? Can you see?
Yeah, I hear you. You gonna get your headset?
No, I'm getting ready to. No, I'm I didn't get, what did I do?
Let me see, you frozen right now. Okay, and then he'll bring himself back in. Then he'll bring himself back in. But yeah, we finna talk about it, man.
Am I cool? Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I just got my. All right.
All right, Jay King, man. Salute, first of all. Everybody, you know, I'm a big fan of this guy right here. Like, I ain't gonna even tell the story of why I used to listen to y'all all the time, but I mean, literally, I used to listen to the album all the time. But we'll get into that later, man. Why don't you let everybody know who you is and what you do?
My name is Jay King. I am a singer, songwriter, producer. The group Club Nouveau. First record was Rumors. Manufactured, distributed, sold it independently without a major label. Sold 3.5 million copies. Number one record on Billboard.
Yeah.
R&B charts for 4 weeks. Top 10 on the pop charts for 13 weeks. Won 12-inch of the year and biggest selling 12-inch for Net with NARM.
Yeah. And I can attest to that because I used to listen. Well,
from Sacramento, from Sacktown.
From Sacktown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I claim Sacramento. I mean, but I'm from Stockton, but I grew up in Sacramento.
Stockton and Sacramento
is the same
thing.
Same thing.
You know, so Northern California, you know, so I grew up in Sacramento and Vallejo. My mother lived in Sacramento. My father lived in Vallejo. So I was in both places all the time. So I really claim Northern California as my home, but you know, today I still own a home in Sacramento, and you know, but my main residence is in Los Angeles.
That's what's up. All right, so what do you got going on? I know our time is short right now. You got a meeting you got to get to, and I got some other stuff, so I'm trying to get right to it. I mean, I could sit here and just talk, but I know people want, you know, like, what do you got going on? Can people, here's my question. What's the difference from how it was then to how it is now as far as breaking into the music?
I mean, you guys have more opportunities. You know, social media and digital downloads are game changers in the music business. Now, I know a lot of people think, wow, you know, but you know, we don't have a budget, you know, we don't have the marketing, but you have all the power. And what I did with Rumors was a precursor to what you guys are doing now. When I did Rumors, people said that you couldn't have an independent record and go national. That's why Egyptian Lover with Egypt and, you know, Rodney O, Everlasting Bass, LA Dream Team is in the house. All those were big records in different regions at different times. So they never had the national impact that they should have had. And they could have had, because they didn't see themselves as having the power to do it. I, on the other hand, from the time I started, I said, I want my record to be national. So I didn't just talk to one distributor. I talked to all the distributors. And so, and then every dime I got, I put into radio. And so, you know, I starved until it became a hit. So today, you guys aren't willing to starve. You know, nobody's willing to starve
to get there. Get
there, but you got to be willing to, and you got to believe in yourself so much. And I remember one time I asked my mom and to my dad to loan me $25,000 and to take a loan out on their house. And my dad said, yeah, he would do it. So my mother, my stepfather's my dad, so he's my dad too.
Yeah.
So my dad said, yeah, you know, but you got to ask your mom. So I asked my mom, and she said no. She said, why would I use my assets to
try and further yours,
finance your dreams?
Yeah.
And you haven't sold everything. You still have a car. You still have this. And so that's what made me sell my car. That's what made me sell everything, because she was right.
Right.
So
Right.
most people aren't willing to do that work. Now they say they are, but then they, and they start off fast. So they'll make the website, they'll make the iCloud or SoundCloud, they'll get the music put on iTunes, but they won't do the work. So, and then people think if they got 1 million followers, they got something. Well, you got to look at the music business for what it is.
Yeah.
There are 300 million people in the United States. 300 million, over 300 million people.
So
If you sell 1 million records, you got a platinum album. But so when a record company did it, they were marketing to 300 million people. So they were looking for 1/3 of 1%. So when you have 1 million people, you got to look at it the same way. If you can capture 1/3 of 1% of 1 million people, you might have a platinum album if you can reach the masses.
Right. Y'all hear this, man? He's giving you youngsters, like, I was blessed because I was around then. You know what I'm saying? So I seen it, like I seen it then to how it is now. Yeah, it's way more easier. Like, you can really start a record label from home just with the push of buttons. But
that's right.
Them same people won't go in like, okay, I'm just making an example. I'm a rapper. I think I'm the hottest in the world. But I'm gonna go jack this YouTube beat. I ain't gonna go pay $100 for a beat real quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't wanna. And that's what this generation is today. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to pay for shit. It's like everything's given to them.
Nothing is free. So let me just say this: if you're not paying for it, it ain't going nowhere.
Right.
So look at Jackson. You and I don't know you from Adam. I see you on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
And I'm watching you do your thing. I guess this is what you do all the time, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's the first time I see you, and I'm like, so I think I inbox you.
Yeah, you did.
On Facebook and say, I like that beat that you just did. And because I do music, but I also am the president of the California Black Chamber.
Right.
And so I have had a hard time writing. I can't write music right now.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm listening to you and I'm like, man, I like that. So I reach out to you, we talk, and you send me, you say, yeah, yo, here it is. I send you an agreement, right?
Yeah.
So that so we spell it out.
Yeah,
because I don't want any, you know what you're gonna get. You know that I'm not taking your beat from you and not giving you credit or saying
business. It's bit and like I guess that's another difference with the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could pretty much tell when they come and want to buy a beat from me how far it's gonna go or what it's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right.
But that's why you got to have the business, though. That's why you got to make sure that that they know that they got to pay you as a writer and publisher. Now, whether they do it or not doesn't matter. It's not them. It's if Jay-Z or Lil Wayne or Drake hear the beat and say, I'm gonna do something to that, and they take it to the next level. So I hear a lot of youngsters say, I say, who wrote that? And they'll say, I did. I say, oh, you did the music too? And no, I had a producer or beat maker do that, but I wrote the song. I'm like, no, you didn't. I did write the song. No, you wrote part of the song.
No, not the whole song.
Because the music is also, and they're like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, dude, you can't tell me how it works. I'm a publisher. I know exactly how it works. It's lyric, melody, and music. Now, if you do a buyout with somebody, which I don't like doing, and the reason why I don't like doing that is because if I happen to have a record that sells 1 million or 2 million copies and I make a lot of money, I feel like I don't want to cheat nobody.
Right.
And I don't want a guy I want a guy to come back to me again and say, man, Jay, I love working with you because I made money too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if I'm the only guy making money, it's like being in somebody's house and they got all this food and they eating, but you don't get to eat.
But you don't get to eat.
You know. So I just think that that you got to look at it as a business, and there are a lot of guys that look at it the wrong way. They just look at it as money.
Right.
And you got to love music. I love music.
Me
and
too.
So what
That's
you
right.
did and your music inspired me to start writing again. I mean, I wrote the hook yesterday, and the hook is so good. I'm like, okay, now I got to come with a great melody for the verse because the hook is so good. And so the next Club Nouveau album was called The Gospel, as in the truth.
Right.
You know, the word, not gospel music, but the gospel. And so this song is the beginning. This is going to be the first song that we do. And I got bunches of music that I wrote, but now this song really, it's going to be what I weave in. So I know that we're going to end up doing a couple other things together because as I start to develop, I'm going to start sending you stuff and say, Jackson, man, here, this is something else that we did. This is something else that I have to kind of give you a sense. But I think that
you got to know how I feel, man. Like, okay, I got to share this. I mean, okay, like when I was younger and I ended up, I was like doing my thing and I ended up getting locked up. That album,
Life, Love, and Pain,
is what I used to bump. While I was they sent me to fire camp. You know what I'm saying? So I'm bumping that, watching fires, like when we would have to sit on the line, like, and it wasn't just because I was there. It's just I really liked the music. You know what I'm saying? So I would bump it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that they sent me, so I bumped it. And now, because like I said, I was a fan. Now to have you be like, all right, man, Jackson, I'm going to send you this. This is what we're going to work with. Blows my mind, man. I mean, like, I guess this is what I feel. This is a blessing to me.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. One thing that you did that was smart is you made, because I don't. So when you're working with guys who've done this for a while, the first thing they're going to do is when you send the stems over, they're going to start listening to it and see how good it's recorded, how much of it they can keep. So guys think because when they're recording in their studio, it sounds good in their studio. But when they send those the separated files over, if you don't have a good transfer from your
DAW computer,
from your computer to the next, if you don't have good equipment, the signal's not as strong. There's a lot of work, it's a lot of hissing.
Yeah, so that's the difference between Mac and PC. I don't care about all you PC users. Mac is for music.
That's right.
That's
right. So, so we look at all those things. And so, somebody could say, but you did something smart by making the beat affordable. Because if you can make the beat, the musical part where it's affordable, where a guy can take it and then he can manipulate and do whatever he or she's going to do with it, there's work for you.
Right.
Because now, because somebody's going to hear our song and say, man, who did that? And I'm going to say this brother named Jackson Gant, and I'm going to tell the story of how we connected, right? And then next thing you know, it might be Larry Blackman from Cameo. I manage Cameo, right?
Wow.
It might be Larry Blackman saying, man, I want to connect with that guy. Or it might be Reggie Calloway from Midnight Star saying, I want to connect with, or Michael Cooper from Confunction, because these are my friends. It might be Lenny Williams. Before you know it, these guys are calling you because number one, you made it affordable. Number two, and now you can up your price a little because I don't say I paid X amount of dollars for it.
Yeah.
I just say, Gant, he's a bad dude, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how this thing works. It's word of mouth, and before you know it, nobody's calling you the next Timberland, but they calling somebody else the next Jackson Gant.
Mm-hmm.
Because 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 the steps were made, and there's no time limit in this thing. So it's not like you got to make it by a certain point.
Right. No, I don't think that. I don't think.
Yeah,
that.
You got to keep going. You just got to keep doing it. And the problem is that most people don't keep doing it. Look, we still make records, Club Nouveau. We made an album in 2015 called Consciousness. You can go to iTunes. You can go to what do you call it? The streaming service.
Spotify.
You can go to Spotify. You can go to YouTube. You can listen to our music, right?
And I will.
And we still make good music.
Yeah. And I'm going to download it.
But we're not the youngsters anymore. So I don't want to compete with young people. I want young people to grow and be great. And I'm glad that they continue to sample my music because, I make money because of it. I make a living. My living, I get royalties every quarter because of all my music and how it's sampled, how it's used. Jordan Peele used our music in the movie Us. He didn't just use I Got Five on it. He used the backing track for Why You Treat Me So Bad. So I got paid as a composer for Why You Treat Me So Bad. I got paid as a writer on I Got Five on it.
Right.
And it becomes a lot of money, over the course.
I already know. We know how big Five on it was. We know how big your album was.
Why You Treat Me So Bad, yeah.
We even know how big this was. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I see the correlation, and I am glad to be somewhat in this bubble now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, you in the bubble now.
Yeah, I've been trying to get in this bubble. I wasn't willing to do anything that I didn't feel I needed to do it. I just felt it would always come. It would always come. Because I love making music so much, I just keep doing it. I just keep, like if I didn't sell not a beat, nothing, I would still make music. You know what I'm saying? And it all started back like when I used to listen to you in our camp. I wasn't even producing then, right? But I was musically inclined. Like, you probably know my uncle, like Wayman Hall.
Yeah,
that's my uncle. Like,
okay.
So
you come from music.
Yeah, kind of. You know what I'm saying? I really kind of do. But back when I was watching, it was just beating on the tables to a beat, and me and my friends singing harmony. Got the YC up there wanting to take us to the studio from in there. It didn't pan out because the senior wasn't going for it. But I didn't start doing beats until I got out. That's when I started doing beats. So
what I love about your music, I can tell you listen to music. I don't know if a lot of these guys listen to music outside of the era that they're in.
Right.
And so the
music.
So now when you start music theory is important to arrangement, and that's why you love music from the 70s and earlier, because they were working on 16 tracks up until the middle of the 70s, early 70s.
Yeah.
But from the 20s up to the 60s, they were only working on 4, 6, and 8 track.
Mm-hmm.
So just imagine how inventive and creative they had to be to make the records they were making. They had to bounce stuff around. They had to group things together and put them on one. That's why some of the records, when you hear them, you don't hear one side because it's bounced to one side. It's not
left and right.
Right. So, these guys have so much more to work with, but they won't listen to music outside of their genre or their age group. I listen to music, all different styles of music, all different ages of music. I listen to everything because if I'm going, I want to I don't want to just be an average producer. I want to be a great producer.
Right.
And I remember listening to this kid, Anderson .Paak, for the first time.
Uh-huh.
And I heard a song called The Bird that he did. And man, it messed me up so bad that I went and bought everything he recorded because of the way he used instrumentation and arrangements, way he used the horns versus the against the drum, and where he put the bass, how he placed it against the track, and where his vocal set and how his backgrounds were. All those things are the things. All those things are the things that make a record.
Right.
Make a record into a beautiful conversation, and that's when I knew young people had some hope. So listening to him, listening to Lucky Day, listening to Snow Allegra, listening to Giveon, just so I'm like, okay, so these are the ones that we're not hearing, but these are the musical ones. What's interesting about Drake? What makes Drake so, people want to know why is Drake so big? It's because Drake listened to music.
Yeah, and he knew how to adapt. He didn't just stick himself in one lane. I don't think. I mean,
no. You can tell he listens to music.
Yeah.
He's not listening to. Drake grew up around somebody who played music. That's why the hook is so important to him. That's why the story is so important to him. That's why the melody is so important to him. And that's why his records stand out bigger than the rest of them, because somebody might have a great lyric or a great hook or a great melody or great music. But a lot of times these kids don't put them all together. Anderson .Paak is another one. You can tell he listens to a lot of music.
Right. Man, well, look, man, I know you got something to do. I do too. You don't did you get the two that I sent you last night?
Yeah, I sent you so a snippet. I sent you a thing that said a snippet got to be 90 seconds.
Okay, man, you know what? I need to read my emails more, and I will. But I remember I was just doing it on the fly because we heard it,
right?
And I was like, well, just so I don't forget it. But I take care of you this evening.
Okay,
man. And look,
hey man, anytime you want me to come back, all you got to do is reach out to me and say, Jay. Okay,
because I think
you'll be back.
I think this is too short, and there's a lot I want to say, and I know I can hear her like, hurry up, like, and then
I'm good.
I'm good about my wife. Like,
okay, no, hey, look, now when you got a boss, you better do what the boss say.
Yeah, that's why.
And I don't want to get on her bad side, so I'm gonna let you go.
All right, man, and I'm gonna talk to you later. Hey, peace, man.
One love, man.
Yeah, one love.